Good morning, everyone. Sorry, I actually started 5 minutes ago and didn't realize there's an extra step apparently you need to do when you're doing a scheduled stream. It was just streaming to nowhere. Oh dear. All right, let's get this fixed up. So, oh, I'm hovering. I don't like that. Wait. Transform. So I should be here now. Yeah, pro streamer. Right, so we're here. I'll just restart what I was saying. We haven't really missed anything. I've just come into the world. I mean, I thought it was being all professional because I had the little stream starting soon thing going, but no one was getting that. It was just here. Okay. So, we're going to do the stairs today. I'll show you what the current state is of the stairs. So, the stairs, they work, they half work. So, they'll point to which direction you place them in. So, the point of a block is how these blocks align. So, that'll always face you, that'll always face you. Now, on the Discord, a lot of people have suggested, and this is what I have tried in the past, is to cut the stair that way instead. And we're going to try that now. Oh, thanks for the gifted, Sebastian. Awesome. And then we're going to go... Right, we're going to go... What we're going to do, we're going here. Okay, yes. So if I open up the voxel manager, this is how we change all the blocks inside the game. I have some test blocks that just appear for testing. Oh, there's the wall block from one of the videos. Let's take test block 2, and we're going to make this one. Oh, I remember. Hold on, it's in the code, I think. So, let's open up mesh. What is it called? Mesh. Oh, it's voxel mesh. Voxel. No, I don't want the helper. I want the... I forgot what I called it. Let's search for it properly then. It's in here somewhere. It'll be in mesh voxel, not voxel mesh. Mesh diagonal stair. That's what we're looking for. Okay. So, what I'm going to quickly do is... Here we go. Instead of inserting a normal stair, we're going to put in a diagonal stair. Now, if we go back to the world, in fact, we could do a side by side. Let's be naughty. Let's make something else. A normal stair. Let's do that. Slabs are going to now be stairs. That's why not. Get rid of that. And then if I go to my manager, and we're just going to make one of the test blocks a slab, one of them a stair. So test block here. That's a stair. Well, that's like another one that looks just like that. So, okay. Do we have test block 1? Let's see. No, of course not. It's funny how I must have changed the name over time, and now we've got test block 2, but no test block 1. Let's have a look. Structure false there. So we want a slab. And then with textures, we're going to do the asymmetric, and we're going to copy those textures. So let's do copy test block 2 top, copy test block 2 A, copy. This just means I don't have to, it's just going to, whatever the textures are on this top block will be on this block. It's an easy way that we can reuse textures in the game without having to add them to the atlas twice. And then when the atlas bakes, the game just works it out for us and we don't have to think about it, which is always nice. So a stair, occluder, nothing. Yeah, it should be nothing. Asymmetric, soft, sure, color mode, properties mixed. Oh, we want rotatable and flickable. Let's put on rotatable. Oh, I remembered. This one's bugged. I need to look into that. It does, if I do the pop out one though, this pops me out a bigger version of it. It works here. Aligned corner. Should stairs be aligned corner? I think they should. Let me just double check that. So if I find a stair that works. So this stair here works, and it is aligned corner. Okay. So if I don't do this, what'll happen is they won't rotate correctly as you'd expect them to. So this one, I forgot. That one's bugged. Oh, interesting. So it actually assigned it correctly. It just didn't display it. The update to me was incorrect. On my bug list. Okay, so we have our two stair types. Yes. Let's have a look. So we've got these two, and we just need to rebuild the game's data now. We don't need to rebuild everything. And now we can experiment with these two block types in game. Move that out of the way. Have a slurper tea. Let's go. Let's go into flat world again. And that'll do. Make it new. And our test block should be down here. So I think it was test block 2 and UV grid. Let's just check. Yeah, so that's okay. So we can compare to the two types now. And I'll place some stuff on the ground so we can see what we're doing. Makes it easier to see the hexes. So if I go like this, oh, fill that in. Yeah. And that one there. Oh, there we go. So what I'm calling normal stairs, they'll align correctly here. So if I stand in the center, those should all face me. Yeah, that works. And we're cutting the block halfway down the center. And then the other option that we have for stairs is to place them like this. Oh, I placed them like this. There we go. And now they align this way with the other face. And what happens if I place this one next to it? Well, you see, if you place them next to each other, it doesn't work. Right, what if a stair is on the pentagon? Someone's just asked that question. I can tell you what happens if you place a stair on the pentagon currently. The game crashes completely. There's no code for it yet. It's slightly tricky doing stairs. You'll see I'll open up the code for how stairs work in a minute because we're going to modify them. But you have to rewrite it for pentagons, and I just haven't. So in the code there, it currently says throw an exception, and the game crashes. I'll deal with that at some point, but it's not too important. Obviously, it's important once the game's, a game people can play, but when it's just me developing, not so important. Right, so what I want to do with the stairs is, I've had this idea. We have these two types of stairs. We've got the corner to corner, or we've got middle of the face to middle of the face. And I don't like either of them. And I'll show you why. So if we try to build something, let's find some normal stairs here. So imagine we're building a staircase. Building your staircase. There we go. And it looks like that. And then what's weird to me is you have like two different styles coming together at once. The bottom of the stairs are forming the normal hexagons in, out, in, out, in, out with the, I don't know, what do you call it? We'll just call it the pointy bit. But the stairs are completely straight. And I don't like how the two mix. It looks weird to me. I'd much prefer if everything was pointy. I've got people asking, how often do pentagons prefer? Regardless of the size of the world, there is 12. So if you had a tiny world, so if you can imagine, it's the same shape you can think of as a soccer ball or football if you're from the UK. Not an American football, which is your 12 pentagons and then 20 hexagons. So imagine you extend out those pentagons on the football and just fill up all the spaces that get created with hexagons. That's the shape that we have. So if you were the size of a football or soccer ball, it would have 12 pentagons, and if you were the size of Earth, it would still have 12 pentagons. They're just required to give the structure curvature. If you just have hexagons, you have what's called zero Gaussian curvature, and that's just math speak for meaning it can only be a flat plane. Now you can of course distort the plane, but you can never distort it as much as to get it into a sphere. You'll have seams. You have to cut it somewhere to get rid of that extra material if you want to turn it into a sphere. Whereas if you have those pentagons, you'll find 12 of your shapes effectively are missing some of the angle. And what that means is that if you then imagine you're putting 6 hexagons around the pentagon, you'll find that they'll overlap each other. So what you need to do is put, no, sorry, they won't overlap, there'll be a gap. So to fill that gap, you have to curve the structure, and that gives you your sphere. Right. Okay, let's go back to code, and we want to make a new stair type that's gonna keep this in-out structure, but I want it on here. So it'll start here, and it'll go up to a point here, and then back to a point here, and all the way along. And let's see how that looks. Oh, I should show it with slabs. Hold on 1 second. If I just unclick play, and then I come back to... Let's fix this before I forget. I might add... we'll see. Diagonal stairs isn't... I don't know. I don't want to add too many different block types, because... yeah, there's complexity reasons and there's, you know, playability reasons, so... I don't want to have, like, 2 different varieties of stairs, if that makes sense. I'm going to choose whichever's the best, and then we're going to go with that one. I'm not keeping up with the chat too well, by the way. We are going to have soon a Q&A stream where I'll be paying attention a lot more to chat. I'm just glancing, and sorry if I miss your questions, but I will call out questions when I see them. In fact, Yoshi, if you see any questions that need answering and I'm not paying attention to them, if you just ping them to me, I'll get to them. That would be awesome. Right, so unclick play. We are going to fix... oh yeah, we did. I just fixed the stairs. And I can show you the effect we're going for. Let's open this up. And then if we just load our same world, we should have our stairs already here. There they are. Now, everything else is turned to slabs, as it should. So if I grab these, and we'll grab the limestone, I suppose, so they're the same. Now what I want to happen is this. And then limestone brick. Oh, getting a bit of lag spikes. The editor is much more laggy than the game, especially when I'm streaming. Oh, in fact, that's what we'll do. Oh no, it is. Interesting. So, this is the look that I want to get. Obviously, this is a slab staircase, so it has a different pitch to the other stairs, but that's the effect we want. We just want to squash it together. So that's what the stairs should look like. Yeah. Right, let's go code this. Now, let's have a look. Let's make this a bit bigger so people can see what I'm up to. So when we insert stairs, let's see what's going on. As you can see, quite complex. There's a lot going on here. And that's exactly why we don't have it for pentagons yet. Because this needs to be rewritten entirely for pentagons. Pain in the ass. But what we can do now is, I don't want to delete these stairs in case I want to come back to them. So we could just say, oh, it's on the Git, it's fine. But I kind of want to keep both inside the project at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I am going to duplicate the script. And then this is going to be mesh stair, and I'm just going to call it. Can we call this one pointy? Mesh stair, mesh stair. Yeah. Oh. Mesh stair. Let's call it hex because then it's a. Yeah, let's call it a hex stair. That's actually what it is. Mesh hex stair. Okay. So insert stair, insert hex stair into buffer, insert. Oh, insert hex stair into buffer. Okay. So that's using the same code, and we've got some, oh, lovely, lovely errors. Oh, because these are all inserts hex. Could have done a find replace, probably. Let's do that. Oop. Right. Replace. Sure, it needs replaced. Okay, that should be happier now. Stir mid-edge triangles. That probably in stir hex. Oh, this probably needs a hex too. This needs a hex too. Oh, we're getting some lag. I'm not actually on Wi-Fi, by the way, Yoshi. I've run a cable across the house for a temporary fix. What's happening is I'm moving houses in 2 weeks, and I've had to vacate my office because it's now full of boxes, and that means I no longer have a wired connection, or at least a normal wired connection. So, but today I've run a cable just especially. Mid edge triangle. Okay, so that's all happy. Oh, X. Just make sure we get all of these. Otherwise, it'll bite us in the ass later. We should probably do that. H. Replace. Oh. Oops. Undo that, please. Thank you. H. Ah. I didn't copy that. There we go. Replace. There we go. And that's all happy now. Insert X stair edge into buffer. Insert. I should have done these together. All right, find all these. Copy that. Paste here. Insert X. Replace. says one result. Oh, replace. Search. Right, those want to remain as normal caps. Insert X. Insert X. It's annoying changing all these. Insert edge. Those want to remain normal. Insert. So I think that's just done. These should all be looking blue. That should be great. I'm sure it's gonna have missed one, and we'll get a buggy stair at some point. Insert hex stair edge. Insert hex stair. Hex stair. Hex stair. Hex stair. Okay, we've got our new script. Now, just for now, we're gonna just replace this, and this is gonna become insert hex stair. I'll just comment out that one for now. So now, instead of us using our normal stair, we're going to be using our hex stair code, but it hasn't changed yet. So now we need to work out how it needs to change, and that's where it gets hard. So I want to add it, so instead of it being, what did I do with my pen? I need my pen to think. I'm still the kind of person that uses pens. Oh, it's not there. Ah, here it is. Here. So here's our pen. Okay. So we need to take 3/4 point, 3/4 point. There we go. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. Oh, it's a shame I don't have my drawing pad. Let's do it in. Why not? So, let's do it in Paint. So, what I'm wanting is, oh, this is going to be tricky. It'd be so much nicer with a pen. Oh, can we draw a hexagon? Oh, we can. There we go. And then I want the stair to go look. So this is like the top down on the stair. Like that. I don't think it's drawn quite to scale. So this point here should be, oh, gotta get a pen back. Oh, I can do, oh, even better. So this should be 0.25. Oh, that's tiny. Go bigger, please. There we go. Oh. Come back. 0.25. And then this bit here, where the point, so that's 0.25 down this edge. So before this, the stair was at 0.5, so halfway. So we're now saying that this starts at 0.25. And I'm going to say that the point is at 0.75. And then we need to draw that line like that. And then see if it works. And then, how does that affect this mesh? And now let's draw triangles. How do I want to triangulate this? So, probably like that. Like, oh, let's do it in a different color. Let's do light gray to show it's a triangle. So we'll do a triangle here. Yeah. Triangle here. Triangle here. And then on the base plate, I suppose we should do this. Yeah. Was there a better way to triangulate that? Yeah, let's delete those. Let's have another thing. I think the bottom one's solid. I like that. There we go. And then these ones want to be here. Okay, we've got some questions coming. Hold on. I'll finish this and then we'll do some questions. So here, I could go like that. What if I split it down the middle? Is that easier? No, that's ugly. Is it better? We're going to have 4 triangles no matter what. Is there a... I think that's the best way. We're going to stick with this one. We're going to take the 2 noses and we're going to do that. Decided. Okay, let's get to the code. So the first thing is to find these 0.25 points. That sounds fun. Let's just do the top first. We'll forget about the sides, the bottom, whatever. Let's just do the top of our stair. So the top of our stair, that's the step, that's halfway. Next step, hedge. Next edge. Nope, nope, nope. So here. If render mask. So here, this might be confusing, but these are... The render mask is just a bit mask I'm using to show which edges are rendered, which faces, and 7 is the top, 6 is the bottom, and then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the edges or the side faces of the hex. What is it? What is a hexagonal prism? So the rectangular side faces, and then we're wanting the top, so that's 7, and it's a bit shifting to test. But you can just think of these as bools, and we're looking at the 7th bit. Flip flip. So insert hex stair step into buffer. So I do both at the same time. That's how I must have done it. So we must have... Oh god, it gets complex with all this stuff. Oh, I've forgotten. Here we go. So yes, here's our half. So top flipped. Oh, because we have to deal with the top and the bottom both use the same code. And then stuff can be flipped. So if you had the block upside down, for example, if you've placed your stair upside down, we need to be able to deal with that too. Right, let's go to these questions before we carry on. We have round 1 from Chariots of Fire. Who made the music for the game? That was Dylan Gallantly. He's got a studio in Nelson, New Zealand, and he's going to be doing the music for the whole game. Chisel Tool. I see the common theme that you're always very cautious with adding new block types. How does Minecraft have so many types of blocks? Do they approach this problem differently? I'd say I think I'm not an expert on how Minecraft works, but I'm pretty sure they have a block limit too. We have a block limit at the minute that is, I think, with the way it's coded, you have 4,096 different blocks you can have. So we're probably never going to fill that quota. And then there is ways you could gain extra blocks. They would just take more time to process. But the reason I don't want to add too many different types is because it scales. So say I add in 2 different types of stairs. Now every block that has stairs, and there might be, I don't know, 50, 100 of them, has just doubled that count. So instead of just being 100 blocks, it's now 200 blocks. And it can scale really badly. A good example is all our rock textures. So a rock has its texture, which is it appears in the world in. It then has a cobblestone variant of that texture. It then has a bricks variant. It then has a chiseled variant. It then has a slab variant, a stair variant, and then we're already at 8. So that means every time we add in a new stone, that is, no, sorry, 8. I'm holding up 6 fingers, can't count. 6. So every time we add in a new stone block, you're going to get 6 different variants. And then if I add on another type of stair and then another type of slab, and then you see the problem scales really badly. So I just want to be always very cautious, especially this early on in production, that I'm not like, oh yeah, we've added all these great things and then we run out of different blocks that we can have. So I'd rather be cautious and then add that stuff later, once we're more secure. And I do want the game to not, like the vanilla version, not to use up all these block types, because if we use up all of them, then it leaves no room for mods, and modders will want to add their own blocks types, and then yeah, it'll be cool. Right, next question, by Golden Freddy Cinema. May I ask what brought you to the... Oh, I've got this screen in a bad place for reading. may I ask you what brought you the idea for this game? Was it like a dream project or just something you came up with one day? So it was a while ago now. What inspired me again? That was it. So I did not want to make a Minecraft type game when I originally set out for this. I was watching. I think it was, if anyone watches Stand Up Maths, a little maths channel on YouTube. Well, quite a big maths channel now on YouTube. It started with Numberphile, and then he went off and did his own channel. Or I saw him through Numberphile first for sure. And he was doing all these hexagonal shapes, and I was like, oh, they'd be cool for a game. Or I should say dodecahedron shapes. And I thought I was playing a lot of Civ at the time, Civ 5, I think. And I thought, oh, this game would be so much cooler if it was a planet rather than your flat square. So I wanted to make uh, I wanted to make that shape and then see if I could make a Civ game with it. Well, I made the shape and then decided that making a Civ type game was too hard for one person. It's too much content and balancing and everything. It's just impossible, I think, for a one-man team. Um, but I was looking at the shape and then I made a Minesweeper game. So there's a game called Globesweeper, which I made before this. And it's just because I had the shape and I put numbers on it and went, oh, this could be Minesweeper really easily. So I did that super quickly. And then I made a follow-on Hex Puzzler, which was the same idea, but created puzzles with the extra rules. And that was cool. But while I was doing that, I was thinking, oh, this could become Minecraft, because instead of it just being the flat surface, I can just stretch it out and then, oh, I could make a Minecraft-like game. And I think that's a lot more doable for a one-man team compared to like a Civ game. Cool. Right, next question. Will there be bedrock if so you're gonna go to yes, there already kind of is. There isn't a bedrock block yet. You can just dig to the bottom, and then there's a solid sphere in the center of the world that you can't dig through currently. I think game design wise, that might become magma or something, or maybe there's some bedrock layers that don't let you dig there. But it's very important that the player dies before they get to the center of the world, because the game decides which chunks to load depending on like the vector of the player from the center of the world. So if you get to the center, you'll start loading chunks at opposite sides of the world, and it crashes very quickly. Um, Last question for now, Kathy K. Will different planets will have different surface pressures and atmosphere compositions? Yes, definitely. Yeah. Some will have no atmosphere. Some will be thick. Yeah, we could. They're kind of like the world's our oyster with that kind of stuff. To start with, expect we're just going to focus on the Earth planet, get that running first, and make that a fun game. You're going to then build your rocket, and then once you blast off and start exploring new planets, we'll add them in slowly. So the worlds won't be, because I know a lot of people ask like No Man's Sky, are the worlds going to be like, infinite and random, completely random? So the way I envision it more is think of the planets that you're flying to as more like dimensions in Minecraft. So you go to the nether dimension or the end dimension, whereas you'd go to the planet, and then of course the planet's generated randomly, but it's like a nether type planet. I mean, I won't do a nether type planet, but you get the idea, where it has its own theme, it has its own type of baddies, it has its own reason for going. And the most important part is it has to be like, oh, I need to go to oh, planet X because I need to get X resource and it's only there. I need to fight certain enemy, that kind of thing. Cool, right. Let's get back to this. So here is the top. Oh, I forgot. Oh, it's like so. These lines here kill me. There's this left-handed thing, and this is when you wish you're making a game like Minecraft, which is a flat, infinite plane. I don't have my shape here, but for reasons to do, some of the chunks are left-handed. By that I mean they go X along the way, Y up the way, and some of them are right-handed, which means right X is up the way and Y is along the way. So they're flipped, and we have to deal for that in the code. And the reason they have to be flipped is to do with how we work out all the indices. It's so you can go from one index to another index easily, but it means it's a pain when you're meshing stuff because you then have to think about how everything flips. And then we have to flip all the indices. Oh, such a pain. Ah, dear. Right. So here we are adding our vertices. So we are adding, let's see what we're adding at the minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why are we adding 5? So we're in the middle. Let me think about this. So we're on the top surface. We're adding 5. Why 5? Where are they? This is a problem when you haven't done it in a while. Let me think. Let me draw my old shape and then I'll probably realize. 1, 2, 3. Aha, that's why we're adding 5. So, if I hold this up here, that's the... Oh, I'll do it in paint again. What am I doing? What we were doing is... Make it black again. You're right, here's another one. And then I'll do this. And it was across the center like so. And then we were adding in, let's mark them in red, a little paintbrush. So we were adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if it was the top of the step, that'd be at 1. And if it was halfway down the step, it'd be these 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we need to add in 6. 1, 2, yeah. So we need kind of those 5, apart from shoved up to here. Oh, and then you got to, when we flip, so if it's the top, it's worse by the second. You can see the dread of hexagons coming in. But this better look good, because if this doesn't look good, I'm going to spend so much time making this and then be very disappointed. So we need these 3, 4. So we need 6 because we've got a hexagon. Okay. So we're just adding the middle one. Right, let's do that to start with. Let's just add the middle one. How hard can that be? How hard can that be? So, if we're on the top, let me get this right in my head. So if we're at the very top, positions at the top, flipped. So if we were at the top, oh, I've been clever here on the old one. I don't think we can be this clever anymore. I'm just offsetting the indices and then moving them up and down, but that works for this because this is completely symmetrical, like that and that are the same. Whereas here we're having 2 different shapes now, so the mid is different to the top. So we're going to need to run 2 different functions. Let's just deal with the top to start with. So in fact, let's break it up into there. So this is going to be, so if it's the right way up, we need to now, so if it's the right way up, and it's the top, so this will be in this stair. Let's call this insert stair top into buffer. And then if it's, yep, so insert stair top. You see in here, we're putting the step in at halfway, and that goes in for everyone. Yes, perfect. Insert stair top into buffer. And then that's the cap if it's upside down. Okay, so that works. Okay, so we need to make a new function. Well, won't worry about the midway one. Insert stair. Where was the old one? Insert. Getting confused. Let's do that. So it was this one. we'll do the favorite command encoding, Control D. Insert stair top. Right, so the top's going to be different now to the middle. We don't have to worry. Position top flipped. So it's always a top. So we never have to worry about the top. So if it's top, oh, there. So we can get rid of that. And then likewise here, we can get rid of the top question. We can get rid of that, I think. Yes. Okay. So that simplified it a little. Now we need these ones. No, these are referring to, if I come back here, left-handed flipped. Yeah, so these are getting, yes. Yeah. Okay, so let me explain what's going on here. I'm reminding myself at the same time. We wanting the indices of different corners. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what we were getting in the old one is we were getting this one here. So we were getting this corner, this corner, this corner, this corner, and this corner. Let's do it in green. Why not? Let's get rid of those. So we were getting 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are these corners. And the corners I can just grab because they're calculated elsewhere. And we can just grab them from the corner array. Great. So that's what these represent here. So we want C1, 2, and 3. So 1, 2, and 3, that's here. So 1, 2, and 3, we still want them, that's correct. And we still want 0 and 4. But we were then calculating a halfway point here. We were taking C1, so that's 1, and C0. So we were taking 1 and 0 and then dividing by 2, and that gave us this point here. So we want to do that, but instead we want to find this point here. So I think the quickest way to do that will be to, does that work? So if I add 3 of those and 1 of those, and then divide by 2, that'll give you this point here? I think so. No, divide by 4. Yeah, so if I add 1 of those, 3 of those, and then divide by 4. Let's try that. So let's add, which one do I want? I want 3 of these, 3 of these, and then instead of divide by 2, we're going to divide by 4. Okay, and now we want this point here. Now what's the easiest way to calculate that point? Sorry, this point here. Probably to calculate these 2 points and then do a midpoint. Ugh, disgusting. And I see we've got a bunch more questions. I'll just finish this and then we'll do a bunch more questions. So, oh, this is, I knew this was going to be painful, but it's okay. It's okay. It's just geometry. It's easy. So we need to find this point here. So we need to go, that's the halfway. So we could find the other side. In fact, I might undo the way I calculate this just because it means that calculating the other side is easier. Is it easier? Okay, let's just undo that. If we keep the middle point, so we're going to calculate C0 and C4. But I'm not going to call them C anymore because these are just, I'm going to call it M0 and M1 because we're not actually going to use them. I did it so it changed in the code, and I want it to error. So M0, M1. Okay, so that's these points here. But then we need to find these 4 points here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's find them. So yes, so float 3. Oh, if you use Unity and you're wondering, hey, why is he writing float 3 and not vector 3? This is to do with the mathematics package. And it's what we use when we're writing dots code, because this code's getting run not like normal code. It's getting run burst compiled and run inside a job. Just means it runs really fast. But you have to use stuff like float 3, but it's kind of the same as a vector 3. It's just runs faster. So C0 would be it will be M0, sorry, plus C1. And that's going to be all divided by 2. Is that right? Okay. And then we also want C5, which is going to be M1, C4, C3, sorry. This is C4, sorry, C4. And that's going to be that. Okay, so that works. And then the other side, we're going to need another float 3, and we'll call this one, so I'll call those in the midpoints. Oh, Q. I'm going to call it Q for quarter point. Q0, and that one is going to be M0 plus C0 divided by 2. And then Q1 will be M1 plus C. Oh, I'm being an idiot, aren't I? I don't have a C0. No. These aren't those. That was nearly a mistake. Mistake 1. I don't know if anyone spotted it, but it was a mistake. That should be like this. Because we haven't calculated those corners. And 0, I. Yep. And then this wants to be I4. Okay. And then finally, float 3. And this is going to be C5, which is going to be this point right here. And that's going to be halfway between these 2 points. So that equals Q0 plus Q1 divided by 2. Oh, I should put the F's on these. F. F just means it's then in as a float rather than as an int. Although I think the compiler would be clever enough to work that out, but I'm just going to do it anyway. Okay, so we have our corners. Let's not worry about the UVs just now. We'll come back to that, but I will add them in. We're going to need 6 of these now because we've got 6 corners. This wants to be C5. Whatever. Its UV can be whatever just now. I don't care. That UV's wrong, but I'll work that out later. Oh, it's gonna be a pain to work out those UVs, isn't it? Yes, it is. Great. Okay, let's do some more questions before we carry on and see what this looks like, because we'll go test this straight in the world. Hex stair. We'll do the triangles, and then we'll be able to do it in the world. So it's actually going to be 4 triangles now. Let's not worry about Phys Collider. It can have no physics for just now. There we go. We turned it off. We'll come back to that later. Mid triangles. Hex, stair. Mid triangles. So we want top triangles. Yeah, we want next stair. Top triangles. Next stair. Top. And then we'll change this in a second. Let's do the questions. Okay. We have a few more questions by Keva Droz. Doesn't altitude deform the block? Too wide at high altitude and too narrow deep underground? Yes, but it's not noticeable. So if your planet's big enough, then you can't really tell. So the standard planets are going to be 100 square kilometers, which is, I think it works out to be 15 kilometers to run around that planet. And the build height is only 512 blocks, or half a kilometer. So from the bottom of bedrock to the very ceiling, it's about, I think it's a 15% change in block width, which you can't really notice over that distance. So it's not too extreme. And if you make the builds bigger, the problem goes away even more. Because imagine if you were the size of Earth. This happens with bridges. Like, I think a good example is Golden Gate Bridge. I think that bridge is 2 inches wider apart at the top than it is at the bottom, and that is to account for the Earth's curvature. Unweaked says, how do you deal with distortion effects in high-low altitudes? Do you make the planet way bigger so it doesn't... Yeah, we just answered that one basically straight off at the same time. Yes, exactly. You play the planet so that it really doesn't become noticeable. Suit randomizer. How long is a day-night cycle? At the minute, 20 minutes. I haven't settled completely on that. Might change. We'll see. We'll see. We really need to get some gameplay in first, and then we can start playing in a like a survival mode world, and then work out, is that fun? Will you calculate gravity based on the size of the planet? Yes. That's by Ezenrak. Yeah. So this is still not set in stone either. I think for survival mode at least, we might let you choose the size of your starting Earth-like planet. But the Earth-like planet that you start on will always have one what is it? 1g, so of gravity, so 9.8 meters per second, regardless of the size of that planet. And then all the other planets will be sized relatively to that planet. So your solar system is kind of of course it's all random, but like I was saying, you need to think of the other planets like dimensions. So when you fly off to them, say there's a giant planet, that'll always be giant, but it'll be relatively giant. So it's, say, twice the size of your starting planet. And then it'll have twice the gravity. And likewise, if there's a little moon that's going around the starting planet, that'll probably be small, and it'll be like, oh, an 8th gravity or something like that. Yeah, but it'll all be relative. So the size of your starting world will always have 1g, regardless of its size, though. Space Manti TY. Will there be vehicles in PlanetSmith? Unsure. Maybe. There'll definitely be spaceships. Will there be other vehicles too? Maybe. How will liquids work, like Minecraft, or something like Turnout, where they flow more realistically? Probably more like Minecraft liquids. The reason being is if you let liquids be too realistic in these voxel worlds, it's so much calculation that has to happen. I mean, Terraria, that has the advantage of being 2D. So you're greatly reducing the dimensions that your water can flow, and it makes the calculations a lot easier. I think we want unrealistic water as well, because you don't want oceans to drain. Because imagine, the ocean generated, and it just so happened that there's a big chasm to one side, and then that starts filling up, and then all the mining areas get filled with water, and the ocean level starts sinking. But only half the ocean's loaded. So then, as you load the ocean, more water comes in, and then how do you deal with that? It's a really complex problem if you don't let water effects only be local. So we'll probably do something similar. It'll flow obviously in an extra 2 directions, but I haven't decided all the mechanics, but we'll see. It's a problem to deal with soonish, I suppose. Chisel tool. How will liquids work? Oh, we did that one. We did that one. Okay, we're done. Right, let's carry on with some making the triangles. So I think I talked about this in one of the devlogs, but this is what I was talking about here. We have to draw these triangles, and these are the triangles I decided. So in our code, that one is C0. Oh, let's can I delete all this easily? Yeah. Let's go. So in our code, that's C0, that's C1, that's C2, that's C3, and that's C4, and this one here is C5. So we need triangle 0, 4, 5. Okay, so we need to add triangle 0, 4, 5. Okay. We also need triangle 0, 1, 3. And make sure the winding matters. I may be doing this upside down now, but we'll find out in a minute, because I think it's this way that we're drawing it. And then we want 0, 1, 3. So that's 0, 1, 3. So 0, 1, 3. And we also want, I should have maybe done that one, 0, 3, 4, and 0, 1, 3. Okay, do it that way. Just duplicate that. So it doesn't matter, but 0, 3, 4. So 0, 3, 4, and then we also want 1, 2, 3. Nice. So 1, 2, 3. Save. Now, in theory, what's the bets? Should we place bets? Who thinks it's gonna? I mean, it's obviously not going to completely work, but who thinks we've got a correct top to our stair? I'd give it below a 10% chance. So let's try. Let's try. Here we go. Let's go to a flat world. Let's make it noon. Let's grab a stair. That is a stair, isn't it? I think so. Uh-oh. Oh! It worked! I mean, ignore the bits here. We knew that was going to be bugged, but I was only concentrating on the top. That, to me, that looks like it worked. Oh, amazing. Exactly the shape I wanted as well. Ignore this. Shh, don't look. Don't look. Avert eyes. Avert eyes. But that bit is working. Obviously, the UV mapping's not working, but we can sort that in a second too. Now, hold on. Let's go main menu. I have a special world here. The alpha testers don't get access to this one. And I made it tiny. Now, I was talking about with the handedness of chunks. Blue chunks are left-handed, red chunks are right-handed. So it's really useful to go to a chunk border here. Well, a zone border. I don't know actually I don't know what actually to call it. Because these are like each of these. There's 20 of these different zones. I don't know what word I want to use for it, but they correspond to the faces of an icosahedron. That's why we have 20 of them. And these are like the edges of an icosahedron here. So these are special. These yellow ones are special edge chunks, and they're a pain in my ass. They're actually only 1 wide chunks. I go here. F3. I don't know. Oh, it's tiny. Hold on. If I remove the resolution down on this, that makes everything bigger, and then we just Maybe you can see that now. So that's 29. If you can see next to block, it says 29. This one's 50, and that one's 51. And that's the different like areas. Yeah, so this one's left-handed. That one's working. Now, is it working when we're right-handed? It is. Is it facing me properly? Something weird. Oh no, that is working. Yeah, and that still looks like a distorted 7. Is it the same distorted 7 as this one? Yes, it's the same distorted 7, so I'm pretty confident that that's working, other than the UVs, but we can fix them now. Let's fix the UVs, and then we'll worry about this monstrosity here. Does it work upside down? Oh, I suppose I should check that too. So let's place one upside down. Dig down so we can see. Oh, and it's working upside down. I think that's the... Is that the same? Is it... All right, let's put a UV texture on and then we can judge for sure. But I think that's the same. No, it looks slightly different. I think that looks slightly different. Oh, because it's the bottom of the 7. I think that's fine. I think that's intent. I think that's how it's meant to happen. Wow. Oh dear. That's kind of gnarly. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's expected. We only care about this one. Everything else, whatever. Right, back to coding. Back to coding. Oh, my tea's getting cold. Must have been doing this a while. Okay, so we have our top. Cool. UVs. Let's do UVs at the end. Let's save that as a fun job for the end. Oh, I know what was going wrong. So, why everything else looks so weird is I have to say how many vertices I've added. Because you see where there's these I numbers? There's that are here, and this is to do with like which vertex we're talking about inside a whole chunk. So if you add on the wrong number here, it messes everything up. So that should be 6, and that should be 12, because we added on 6 vertices and we added on 4 triangles, but 4 times 3 is 12 because they come in sets of 3. Easy. That should be happy now. Top is mostly done. Right, so let's do the stair mid. Stair midway. Step. Hex stair mid. Oh, that's the... Yeah. Oh, okay. That's... Yeah. Okay, so let's do... Where's it gone? Okay, let's just go 12 and we'll find out where it's coming from. It's coming from here. Let's do the middle step. Okay. And, because we're good programmers, definitely not lazy people, I should do what I like to do first and copy, because we need it. Let's get that, and we'll go copy, and then where was it? Here. Here we go. Insert stair step. Yes, so here. Get rid of that. Yuck. Get that in. Now, is it exactly the same points we want? Let's think about this. So, these are the points we had before, but we now want to start from here and go around this way. So that means we need to offset the index, which will be at the top. Okay. So that's where this top was coming from before. So it is always top now. So that means we can delete that bit. Yeah. And then that always wants to be 0.5. Okay. So we're starting at, so in the other one we were starting at index 1 or 2, depending if it's upside down. And then this is 4 or 5, and that's a 1, 1, 2. So that's adding on 1, 2. So that's adding on 3. So let's see if that's correct in our thing. So we were starting with this corner. We want to start with this corner. So 1, 2, 3. Yes, we're now starting with that corner over here. And then the maths should be quite similar, but we want to do different triangle setup, because if we did those triangles, it would be weird. Okay. I think I understand what we need to do. So we want to find the midpoint that's closer to the top now. Interesting. So that, let's put this here. I think that wants to be C0. That wants to be C4. That is Q0. And this one is Q1. And ta-da! That should work. In theory. Copy this. Add C5. La-di-da-da-da. That looks good. Add 6 of these bad boys now. We're just gonna go turn that off. We want to add on our 6 and our 12. Okay. Insert hex stair top into buffer. Mid triangles. Mid triangles. Yes, yes, yes. We want the mid triangles. Mid triangles. So, what ones do we want this time? Let's number our things again. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's start here. 0, 1, 5. So we want 0, 1, 5. We want... Oh, can I get these both on screen so then I don't have to... That'll work. We want 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 5. We want 2, 3, 5. 2, 3, 5. And finally 3, 4, 5. And 3, 4. Oh, 5 already. Perfect. And that should work. Why do we have a flip in here? Don't know. I'm going to delete it. Oop. Get rid of that. And then fix these, because we don't need the flipped going in. Why waste the... Why waste the 1 byte of memory? Oh dear. Okay. Now what's the bets that we're 2 for 2? Let's do free aspect. Okay. Let's go to the test grid again. Make it nice and small, just so we can run to an edge if needed. Here we go. Let's make it noon. Someone can follow me. That's annoying me. Hold on. There we go. So Let's drag this one down. Oh. Yes, this one. My brain is being fried. Oh, I think we got it. I think we got it. That looks perfect. So the bottom is, I mean, the UVs definitely aren't perfect. But as long as they're, yeah, that works. Nice. Why is that not pointing at me correctly? Something weird's happening. Let me just do a quick test. Is it? So this should point directly at me. Yeah, this one should. Oh, I think it's just... Oh, what happened there? Oh, because there's no collision on the top and bottom, so it was just going through it. It's funny. Okay, it is working. It just felt weird. That's still pointing to me. Yeah, okay. I'm happy with that. So, stage 3 is add these sides on. We need to fix the L shape on this side. Should we fix the L shape first? Yeah, let's fix the L shape first, because that should be easier. Oh, let's do two things at once, because you know what could go wrong. Let's push that back. Push that back. Pull out the nose. There we go. I don't need to do that. Unclick play. Oh. Right. I didn't look to see if I was blocking stuff before. Let's move me. Hold on. I'm coming back over here. There we go. Right. We want to do so. Oh, top doesn't matter for this. Yes. Correct. Okay. Saved another byte. There we go. Performance improvement. Right. We need insert stair edge into buffer. This must be what we want. Insert stair edge into buffer. Oh, I don't like this. Ugh. Yucky. So let's see if we're adding the right... I think we're in the right place. We're adding 6 vertices, and that should be... Let's... All right, we've done this. Well done, us. So let's do a new one. No. So we're wanting that kind of shape. Beautiful. Let's do it with lines, because that was so disgusting. How do I add an... I'm not a Paint Pro. Kind of go away from your current line, because it's like selected, and it just wants you to click it. There we go. Good enough. Let's get my red pen on. So that's at 0.5. This is at 0.25 that way. That's at 1. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4. So there is the 6. Let's leave that to the side just so I can keep it as reference. Oh, we're going into the matrix. Oh, I hate why does Windows do this stuff? I'm trying to be helpful. Just go away. Oh, we've got some more questions that have come in. I will quickly, we'll do this and then we'll do another round of questions. That sounds good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Vertex bus left, right. Oh, I see what I did here. Middle. Aha! Easy. Easy, 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 easy. So left. Oh, one of these ways is going to be... Right, which one's the taller one? So... Left. Left top, left bottom. And with right, right bottom. Oh, it doesn't help me. Hold on. Oh, it's a 50-50 without me. Let's say it's the... I'm going to get it wrong. Times 3 divided by 4. In theory, that should just work. It'll either... Yeah, it's one of two things. Let's just test. We'll test this quickly. 1, 2, 3. I'll make this big. Oh, I didn't expect that. Yeah, I didn't expect that at all. Oh, that's bad. I much prefer it if they were both wrong. Because now I've got to work out whether we're left side or right side. Ah, bollocks. Bollocks. Yes. Hmm. Okay. Let's make this so it always maximizes. Why do you do it again? Oh, it's along here somewhere, isn't it? Hello. Play focused. Was it this one? Play maximized. There we go. They changed that. That used to be different, I swear. Right. Okay, so we need to... Right, let's do questions, and then we'll fix that. Okay. So, Fernando... Kate... Kai? We'll go with that. Fernando. Do you have any plans on adding vertical slabs? Maybe. I haven't decided. We had in one of the videos the smart wall blocks. If I can get them working well, there might not be vertical slabs. But if I'm not happy with them, there might be vertical slabs instead. Or there might be both. I haven't decided. Because another option could be, because you were talking about before about inflating the number of blocks we have. Well, one option would be to add a special type of block, like a carpentry block. Now, this wouldn't inflate the number of different blocks in the game for reasons. Basically, because the block relies on metadata, and then you could have stuff that people would like have a tool and they have to make their blocks with the tool. There would be a lot less performant blocks, but it would give us the option to have tons of different like carpentry blocks. I think it's that thing in, well, it was a thing, probably still in Minecraft somewhere, but there was things called carpentry blocks, and it would probably do something similar to that. Spaceman TTY. What will be the biggest and smallest size of planets? So at the minute, 1 square kilometer is as small as I let you go, and 100 square kilometers is the current limit. I'll probably let worlds go bigger. I probably won't let worlds go smaller than 1 square kilometer, because as soon as we start getting smaller than 1 square kilometer, which is not very big, it's like, I don't even know how far that is to run around, but it's, someone can do the math, but it's not far to run around at all. It takes like a couple minutes. And if we go much smaller than that, then the block warping is just too much to deal with. Even at the 1 square kilometer, I'm going to have to put like a build height limit in that's much lower than 512 blocks, because if you build up to 512, the distortion is way too much. We're Heiko. Hey, really like how the project is shaping up to be. I'm curious as how you plan on evolving the gameplay loop, considering you're working with a limited resource on a finite planet. Yeah, so I'm gonna actually do a video on this shortly. Don't by shortly I mean in the next month or so, not next week. And it's gonna show you like the gameplay roadmap and what we're gonna get on that. But I'm not actually worried about resource limitations. The worlds that I think survival are going to be played on are 100 square kilometers, and that is way bigger area than you'd normally play with on Minecraft. I mean, I know technically the worlds are bigger, but you're never mining out 100 square kilometers of map. There's going to be plenty of resources. But I am going to revolve the gaming a lot around dungeon clearing, or that's the plan currently. There will be reasons that you have to build up your gear, go to dungeons, fight bosses, and then that'll be required for you to make your spaceship. Will you have static planets, or will they orbit the central star? I mean, so depends what stage of PlanetSmith. This will also be in this roadmap video. There are going to be different stages of development. At the minute, the planet is static, and the sun is an effect that's going around the Earth. It's not a real sun. I do want to change that in the future, though. It's just a long way off currently. I mean, even after we add more planets to the solar system, expect that the sun's still not a real place to go to. You're probably very controlled when you're going into space. It might even be a 2D map or something to start with. But I do want to get to the point where it's a bit more like Outer Wilds, if you ever played that game, where you have your spaceship, you can fly off and you can fly around your solar system and land on the worlds as you please. There's just a lot that has to happen first, and I don't think that's critical for gameplay. So I don't want to focus all my time working that out when we need to make the survival mode and all that be fun first. So expect the first early access release will be you're just playing on one planet. And then during early access, we start adding more planets. And then eventually we'll give you the ability to freely fly inside your solar system, just not to start with. And then Ian Wheeler asks, will there be the option to use texture packs? Yes, 100%. It's all designed with texture packs in mind. So if I come here and we go to the manager, this is where I control all the textures currently. And if I pop a texture out, these are all the maps, and they're super easy to add, and then they get baked into an atlas. So what I'm going to do, because the actual texture map itself, if I loaded it somewhere, is just it's your classic, every texture is on the same image, and it's really complex to work out where to put your texture, and it'd be really annoying to work with for an artist or anyone trying to make texture packs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a standalone version of this tool at some point, and then you'll be able to fill it out with your own textures, and it'll default to default textures if you don't assign something. And then you'll be able to click build, and it'll pop you out your texture map, and then hey, you can now play with that texture map. It might even be part of the game. I'm not sure yet. It might be a standalone tool, might be part of the game. It might be like you go in somewhere and you go texture creator and you get the tool inside the game. We'll see. But yeah, that'll almost certainly happen. Because why not? And everyone wants it. Okay. Right, back to where we left off. Okay. So. Oh, we're getting a bit of... Oh, hold on. Yeah, whatever. Right. So, we now need to work out if we're left or right. How do we do that? How on earth do we do that? Here. Don't we? Right edge. Left edge. You just set a bool. Easy. Byte edge. Oh, does this tell us? Does this already tell us? Maybe, but I don't know. So let's just put in mirror. Or is the mirror different for these two? Hold on. Mirror. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Here we go. We've already got it. So then the mirror. Mirror. So. Oh. Left, right. Ah, so this is showing us. So left or right can be lower. So then let's just try this and see what happens. So if it's mirror, sure, let's do this. Or we're going to do this. Now, hopefully it's 100% wrong, but I'm not sure. Or 100% right. Let's try this. Okay. So, let's place it. Wrong. 100% wrong. That's good. Now, please be 100% wrong here. Yes! Hey! We've got it. We got it. So, 100% wrong. All we need to do is flip this. And now that'll be right. I'm so confident that's right, we're not going to check. We're going to go straight on to the next thing and do the front face. So the front face. Where is that? Insert mid-edge into buffer. Here we go. Here we go. Start edge. Oh. So we're using 3, 2, 3, 0, 5. Let's have a look what that means. So if we're looking down from on top of our hexagon, so we'll go 0, because that was 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our old hexagon. So start, oh, start edge plus 2, 3. So what was the start edge? Oh, it doesn't matter. So we're doing 0, 5, and 2, 3. So it's obviously offset. Oh, it's offset by 2. So, oh. So that was effectively what we were doing. Now, do we need the same? Yes, but we need 6 points. And we need to find that point, and that point again. Oh, so left 0, left 1. Where? Oh, we'll come down to here, and then we can just look at the left and right. Oh no, because they're going to be... They're not going to be quite what we want, are they? Because that'll give us a straight edge. So we need to send in 3 points. We need left, right, middle. Okay, so let's add. Okay, probably don't put a space there. Okay. Oh, we already were putting in the middle. Interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, because we're doing left, right divided by 2. And then this just wants to be middle. Okay. And this one wants to be middle. So in theory, that's all we need to do in that bit of the code. But this bit here, we need to find the new left, rights in the middle. So I'm going to actually calculate them here because it'll be easier. So let's copy this bit here to see what we were doing. Because it was doing left, right. So in left equals y int float 3 can float 3 left. And then float 3 right. What am I doing? Ah, that's what I'm doing. And then we can do, and then we need a middle, but we'll do that. So left, right, middle. Okay, that'll error, but that'll be fine. So the left, we were saying, is halfway between those two corners, but that's not true. It should be. Oh, let's do the same trick again. Let's do the same trick as we did before. Let's call this mid left, mid right. Okay. And then left is going to be oh, let's get these corners because then it's just easier. Let's turn those. Yeah, let's turn those straight into things. So let's go like this, and then make that a float 3. Do that all the way down, because we need access to all of them. We're not researching. Not that that's a slow process, but every little helps. Okay, so that's our corners. And then we want to mid left would be, yeah, so it would be L0, that's L1, all divided by 2f. And the right will be R0, R1, all divided by 2f. Okay, so that's our middle. And then the left is going to be which way around is this? So, hold on. We're saying 3, 2, 0, 5. Let's look on here. So we're saying 3, 2, which is going that way. 0, 5, which is going that way. Because we're going the same way around. Okay. And we want it here and here. So close to 3, close to 5. So, sorry, 3, 2, 3, 2, 0, 5. Close to that one. Oh, so the opposite way around. Let's swap these just to make it easier in my head. 3f, 3f, and then we're going to divide these by 4. And then we're going to, middle left, mid right. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Nope, 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 nope. 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 Doing that wrong. Yes, so what we want here is left is going to be, yes. So that's going to be mid left plus L0 divided by 2. Yes. This is going to be mid right plus R0 divided by 2f. And then the middle that one is going to be, so we can add them all together at the same time. Probably. Yeah. That works, doesn't it? I think so. Let's try. In my head that works. In reality, let's find out. Right, let's try. Bets for this working. I'm going to go quite low on that bet. Where's that red? Insert stair mid edge into buffer. What did I do? Oh. What? Oh. Whoops. Whoops. This doesn't have a hex one. We were editing the normal stairs. Whoops-a-daisy, whoops-a-daisy. Well, let's do that again. So insert stair mid-edge into buffer. Ra-da-da. So that's going to be delete. It's stair. Oh, actually, I should do that, shouldn't I? Hold on, let's do this. Copy that back. Mistakes were made. That should be happy again. And then just copy this. And then we're going to take that back over here. Pasta that there. Cut that here. Pasta that there. There we go. Get rid of that. And I fixed my boo-boo. Smash there, and then this is going to go insert X. Now it's happy. Okay, let's go. So, what do I need to do here? I need to, yeah, we're going to test and we'll see. That's what we're doing. All right, grab this, grab my stair, fly over here. Oh, let's make it noon. Looks like we have some more questions too. Oh. What happened there? Hello? Oh. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. We didn't write hex. Right, take two. Oh, well, okay. We'll just test it here first. Then we'll go back. Wrong type of planet. Ah! Ah, why is that not? Right. Take two. Hex stair, mid edge into buffer. What? You know, sometimes when code just does nothing that you expect, and you're like, what is going on? Did it not recompile? Let's find out. Huh? Just why is that straight? Why is that straight? Is it me? What did I do? Middle. Let's just change something just to make sure it is this one that's running. Because if I can't do debugs in here very easily because of the way it works. Let's see if something else is. Oh, whatever. I'm in a normal world. Doesn't matter for this. So this should be completely borked. No. So it's clearly not running that code. Okay. Why is it not running that code? Let's go backwards. What? That's what I don't understand. Because it says it's running it. Let's start stair, mid edge into buffer. Correct. Start stair, edge into buffer. Correct. It's obviously something really dumb. What if I comment it out? So there should be no middle to the stair now. In theory. And yet, it's still here. Why? Was that not the line of code that I thought? Is this not running? Am I in a simulation? What's going on? Right, we need to search. How is this getting run from here? Look, it's not even here. Right, if I comment this out, there should be no top on the stair. Right, we recompiled. Unreachable code detected. Oh yeah, whatever. Insert hex stair is what we should be doing. Insert hex stair. Got my comment out thing, so there should be no top. That! How is there a top? It's like the code's not updating. Why is the code not updating? comment something else out. Why not? Oh, comment this one out. Right, there's no hex stairs. I just checked. Yeah, nothing is running that code. Let me just check I haven't messed up something. No. I didn't do it in here or something stupid. No. So look, there's... Right. That's definitely saved. Yeah, someone's saying restart Unity. Yeah, that's the next step. Okay. I see how it is. Unity. I've never seen this before. All right. Let's reload. While we wait for Unity to stop killing me. Let's do some more questions. Okay. Young Puff, with a large and complex code like this, has it been easy to come back to it and remember what everything does? Somewhat. Sometimes you spend a little while like going, oh, what was I doing here? Especially because I tend not to write comments on my code. I'm kind of actually against the whole waves of comments. And I'll tell you why. I'm a strong believer that your code, you should be able to glance at it anyway and know what's happening, and you shouldn't need an explanation, if that makes sense. Because if you're having to write swathes of explanation next to your code, you probably just didn't write your code well. It should be self-explanatory. The function should be called what they do, you know. I shouldn't, having to go, like, oh, add top edge of stair function, and then I don't want a piece of comment code going, this function adds the top to the stair. It's like, well, duh. Yeah, but because there's a lot of different areas and I change stuff. Yeah. Can be complex, but it's not been too bad. Jonathan Schneckert, if he asks bees, then I'm going to be a geekeeper in this game. So will I add bees? Maybe. I mean, with hexes, it kind of makes sense to have bees. I feel like we'd be missing out if we didn't. Ian Wheeler, do you recommend Unity as a game engine if you're learning game dev? Yes, I do recommend Unity. I mean, I don't think you can go too far wrong. I know Godot is very popular now. But yeah, just pick one. There's a ton of tutorials for Unity though, so that's a big plus. And it has been developed for a long time. I learned with Unity back in 2012. I think is when I started learning how to code, and I just taught myself with online resources. And yeah, went from there. Pyrina asks, will there be seamless travel between planets or cutscenes, portal zones, whatever you want to call them? So to start with, it will probably be cutscene, and then we want to add proper space travel later. Yeah, it's just because it's complex, so we don't want to make it like a barrier to adding planets. We don't have to go, oh, we have to have space travel before we can give you cool new planets. But that is the long-term plan, that it'll be nice, and it still doesn't update. Don't understand. Juni Dunny Ken. How is this code not running? It makes no sense. So that is the code that's running, yes. And that's running. Then that's coming. Oh, I've got one more question. Are you ready for your next vodka tea from Ice Yoshi? Yes. Yes, I am. But okay. I gotta stay here just now. I've actually run out of tea bags, which is kind of annoying. So I've got to go to the shops, grab some more. Right, let's have a look. What if we close this? Are you sure you want to exit? Is this because it hasn't saved properly? It should be saved. Save all. Sure. Let's open it up again. Because it wasn't working, was it? How does it read from Unity? It's commented. It's like the world's playing a trick on me. How? Wait, the sides, it just makes no sense. The sides are there, the top's there. Are any code updates going through? Let's go extreme. Mesh voxel. Let's comment this out. So now when I place a stair, nothing should happen. Working backwards. Okay, that's working. All right, let's work backwards from this. So, that's working. If we go here, insert hex stair into buffer. This is a bit I don't understand. When this is not here, how is it running? Like, how is this running? Is it a burst error? Oh, it could be a burst error. Because this code's getting compiled by burst. So let's turn burst off. Let's see what happens now. Oh, everything's so slow. Oh, look at the lag. No burst. Yeah, this is the difference that burst makes. It's kind of insane. There we go. Okay, so it was a burst error. Right. It wasn't me going slowly into mad. Well, I was going slowly into madness, but let's Oh, let's re-put this all on. And now, if I re-enable burst, hopefully it can work it out. I've never seen this bug before. This is a first. Right, let's go. Let's go. And we're back to high performance. Crazy. It's like we're running at, I mean, it's still only 50, 60 FPS. But, and now, look. Now it's, oh, did I not put the other one on? I think I did. Oh, no, I did. What is going on with burst? Should put a space here. Resave that. Oh, this is going to be really tedious if I can't have burst. So this should work now because there's no burst on. Yeah. And that's what we should have got all along. But why, as soon as I put burst on it, is it not updating correctly? Hmm. Um, okay, so that's just 100% back to front. Hopefully, it's going to be laggy this because we've not got burst on. Oh no. No. I wanted that one to look wrong too. Because if they both look wrong, then you're like, oh, that's fine. But hey, one is. Right. Ah, dear. This is the problem of having mirrored chunks. Oh, just means you get all these odd errors. Right, I need to work out now and then swap it depending on if it's left or... Oh. Right. Okay, back to the code. Burst's going to stay off for just now. We'll worry about that later. It's not lagging so much that we can't test. But I've never seen that bug before. That is a first for me. Okay, so insert edge to buffer. Where's the left-handed start edge? Insert edge to buffer. Okay. So that feels left-handed. Left, mid, right. So it's left-handed, we want to swap. All right? Yeah. Okay. So I want to swap them up here. Okay, let's do that. Let's do it like this. Left-handed, and then this one wants to be the same. 2, 3. This one wants to be plus left-handed 5, 0 plus left-handed 0, 5. Okay. And then that should work. In theory. Oh, let's go. Duh, 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 duh. Oh, someone said, I looked online and it said try deleting the burst cache to maybe update the code. It worked for them, although this is a post from 2 years ago. Yeah, I'll maybe give that a shot. What I'm going to do is after stream is I'm going to reboot the computer and that'll almost certainly fix it. And if it doesn't, then I'll have to go investigation. But oh, we're working. And yes, we're done. Look at this. Beautiful. We have the new stairs. Just don't look at the top texture. Shh, quiet. Okay, let's do a UV texture and then let's try. We need to fix the side textures and the top texture. Oh, the lag spikes with no burst though. Ugh, yuck. In fact, maybe let's try deleting burst cache. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Where is it keeping it? Let me just find it. Burst. Yeah. Okay, here goes the burst cache. Bye-bye burst. And then we can maybe turn it back on. I'll turn it back on in a second. So, okay, let's open up the voxel manager. And let's give ourselves a block which makes it easier to tell the textures. So, what we're using, let's use this one. And let's turn it to standard. Let's make it a stair. And then instead of copying, we're going to use those textures. And then rebuild data only. There we go. That should work. So the UV grid one will work. Now we need to fix the UVs. Let's do them step at a time. So, oh dear. Insert stair edge into buffer. That was this one. And that's where we did this. Now UV buffer. Oh, yuck. This code sucks. Who coded this? This is so annoying to read. So we're taking the edge UV. Let's just check what I think I know what they are. Let me just check. So edge UV is getting filled here. Edge UV. Where's this one getting filled? There we go. Edge UV equals MS edge UV. Oh my god. Oh, here we go. URL allocate for edge UV. Here we go. So UV border. That's 0 at the minute. I did used to have a border, but we just added. In fact, there's never going to be a UV border, so let's get rid of that. We'll just update this on the go because it's harder to read. I was doing textures badly back in the day, and it meant that there needed to be a border. But I found out about texture arrays, and now we don't need borders. So we don't need 1 minus 0. Where's that nonsense? We don't need this stuff. It used to have to be divided by the Atlas divisions. Nope. Okay, so 0, 0, 0 0.5. Zero, 0, 0 0.5, 0. So that's going and 0, 1. Okay, so I'm just going in my head how the UVs are laid out. Let's just draw this. So here is let's clear this. So here, oh no, I don't want to save it. So here's our UV map. And we're saying the points are, this is 0.0, that's 0.1, that's 0.2, and that's 0.3. You may notice that's only half the UV. That's because on our hexes, so that's our, so this is our hexagon. 2 sides make up 1 UV face, so 1/2 here, 1/2 here. So you have like 3 different sides, 3 different textures for the sides. Right. Okay, we were there. Let's get back to where we were. So we're taking the 0 coordinates x, 1 minus, oh, because that's the flipping. So that's just to do with the flipping. Okay. I like. So the middle. So these are the ones that are wrong. Yes. So these two, so these ones are right. These two are wrong. So this one here is wrong. Flip 0. So the y coordinate, that's this part here, and I'm saying center plus UV offset dot x. So what's UV offset? Oh, that's where we are. Yeah. So center. Oh, center here, exactly here. So this should be this. Well, we need to replace it with this. Okay, let's just do edge UV2, edge UV2, edge UV3. There we go. And now, in theory, this should be right. Let's see. Right. I'll quickly, I haven't been reading chat for a bit because I've been focused on here. Let's have a little read. Oh, and we can put burst back on. Thanks to Golden Freddy Cinema. Let's see if it's right. Let's turn burst on. Let's have a quick look. Someone's saying, "Oh, I didn't think burst could make such a difference in performance." It's absolutely massive. The difference is huge. We're talking at least 10 times faster just by turning it on. And in combination with other stuff, you can get like 1,000 times performance. Oh, thanks, David. That's a kind comment. Drop in. You've been following the devlogs. Thank you. And then move to a program, but for chat, I have a double of the size. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll increase the font size when we go back to the code. That is absolutely fine by me. Yeah, it probably makes it hard to read on stream. Right, here we go. So, and burst is working again because I can tell that's updated. I think that's right. I should be using the UV grid though. Perfect. First shot. Nice. So it's this side that we're looking at. That's what the code we just changed. Now does it work over here? And it works over here. Yes. Okay, we're done. Wait, is burst running? Because that is laggy. It says it's working. Burst is just not happy with me today. Like, you see these lag spikes? They should only happen if we don't have Burst running. It's like it's not running properly. Okay, so the top and the middle are incorrect. So let's get those UVs correct. Interestingly, we got that one for free, apparently. That one's happy. Now, how do we want to align it? That's the question. That is the question. We kind of want to... Questions. Oh, I can always spin it some other day. Oh no, spinning is hard. That's not that hard. So how is it aligned currently with that one? That one was correct. That's here. So we're saying that the texture is like that. That's a weird way to put the texture on a stair. I'm going to just make another UV block just quickly. We'll have to rebuild here. We can turn that off. None. Oh, it's annoying. Need to fix that. I'm going to sneeze. Oh. Oh. And then this wants to be a full block. And then all. Okay, let's add that. Yeah, rebuild the atlas. Oh, thank you. Let's just read some chat while we're waiting. Will there be black holes in the game? Don't know. Maybe. Definitely not initially. But yeah, it could be fun. Because it's one of these games that can be developed for pretty much ever. If the game's being played by people and it's popular enough, you can keep making it. So I'm sure if we got to the distant future, black holes could become a thing, but it's not in an immediate timeline. Can you move yourself to the right side? Yes. Okay, let's check myself over to the right side. We'll make the font bigger as well. Oh yeah, because I'll be covering less of the text. Yeah. Genius. I am doing UV5. Oh, you're using Unreal 5. Yes, Unreal's nice too. I can't. I've just been using Unity too long, and there's like a different philosophy with Unreal compared to Unity, and I just can't get my head around it. Or at least not quickly. What am I doing? I'm meant to be doing something. What am I doing? Oh, I remember now. I remember. Let's make this font a lot bigger. Hopefully that's a bit easier. We can full screen it. Well, I'll do the code like this now. Let me know if that's a better font size for the stream. And we'll do that there. Okay. That's rebuilt. Awesome. Font size is better. Sweet. So this block now. Yeah, okay, so should be aligned like that. I'm seeing how other blocks align because I want the textures to align the same way. So when I place this, that should look like that. Not very much at the minute. Okay, okay. Because that makes sort of, I mean, it's kind of upside down. We're going to go with, is that upside down? Am I saying that's upside down? I feel like it should have placed like that. I might flip that. It matters for making seams. I'm gonna do my stairs the other way up for now, and then we'll see if that's gonna annoy us later. So let's go back to paint. We need to work out. So, and let's just have we can undo this probably. Yeah, it's quicker. So let's have our right. So that's our texture. And oh wow, paint, that was not bad. Let's make it more of a hexagon, so it'll be like this. Okay, okay. Now we have the UV coordinates for all these points. Let's do it like, let's do it. So that's the UV coordinates we got. Now what order are they in? Let's have a look. So here, that's the edge UV top. Okay, so we have 0 0.5, 0 0.1, and then we're going clockwise. Okay, so that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Now I've got to work out. So we want that. This is our image. So that there is the. Oh, sorry. Let's draw our stair in. So our stair goes like that. So looking at this top one, this top triangle wants to sorry, the corners. So, oh, see how I mean? It gets so complex so quickly. Let's go to the code. Let's go to the code. I think I've got my head around it. I don't know if I can explain it well, but I think I've got my head around it. So if we come back to insert hex there, so we'll do the top first. Apparently when you can get oh yeah, it can never be a bottom. Let's get rid of that. That's going to cause an error. So let's fix that. Flipped. Flipped. Okay. Right. Back to our code. Just going to oh, someone asking. Let's quickly read these. How many planets are you planning to add? Kind of. I think the home solar systems. It'll probably stop at about. I'm not sure. It's a really hard question because the answer is infinite in some ways, as in we'll probably keep adding different types of generation types as we see fit. And I plan for like the ultra late game, like you've completed your solar system and you're flying off to other stars. Then we're going to go to some sort of more like No Man's Sky where we're messing with the generation to make completely random worlds. But we'll see. We'll see. I haven't fully decided how that works yet, and that's a long way away. We're talking post-release long way away. Like post 1.0 release. Right. I'm distracting myself, thinking about being an idiot. Being an idiot. Where was I? Okay, let's just go find it again. Okay, we're here. So what corners did we have? So vertex 1 is 5. So let's write that onto our diagram. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this UV coordinate is between those two. Okay, I think I've got it. So complex, simple, 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 complex, complex. Okay. So, and then this should be 5, 0, 1. So let's do that bit first. So the second one should be 5. It is 5. But then sometimes it's 1. Why? Flip UV 1. Why would we have a flip of the UV? Expression is always true. Flip UV. So it is 5. So 5. What was I doing? It should be 5, 0. And I've done... Okay. Is this upside down? Because we're left-handed. Oh, so I'm saying if you're flipping the UVs, that's there, that's there. Definitely shouldn't be 4, though. That should be 0. Let's take off this flip UV, just make that 0. In fact, we'll keep the flip there, so that flip UV is false, so that's always 1. Let's make it 5. We'll put flipping in later if needed. So we think it should be 5, 1. No, 5, 0, 1. Sorry, 5, 0. 1. Okay, 5, 0, 1. And then these ones are the complex ones. So this should be... Oh, boy. So that's 0. So we're... Oh. I feel like I'm getting deja vu, but I think I did it recently with the other one. So this one wants to be here. So that's between 0 and 4. But more 0 than 4. So 0 and 4. But this one wants to be times 3. That wants to be divided by 4. Okay. And then the other side is this one here. So that one wants to be between 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Oh, that should have been between 5 and 4, not 0. 5 and 4, 5 and 4, 5 and 4. So it should have been 5. Okay, 4. And then this one should be between 1 and 2, but more 1. That should have been more 5, shouldn't it? Yeah, more 5. And the other one is more 1, but between 1 and 2. 1 times 3 divided by 4. Okay, and then lastly, this weird one wants to be ugh, 4 and 2. So 3, 3, 1, 1. 8. Yeah, sure. That should work. What numbers were it? I'm going to pop this on my other screen. You're not going to be able to see it, but I need it for reference, and I can't keep swapping. So that wants to be... Get rid of this flip nonsense. Why is there a flip here? There shouldn't be a flip in here. 3... What did I say this one was? This would have been 1, 2... delete this stuff. What happened there? Flip UV. 2. Okay. So then this one wants to be 4, 2. Do you know what I'm going to do? Let's write these out so then they're not absolutely killing me. Float 2. U0 equals... This will make it easier. Yes, and then we're going to take this one here. Yep. And then we can add offsets on an easier layer. This is going to make it so much easier. UV start plus 4. Oh, we need this bit. This is, yeah, does the modulus. So it wraps it round. UV start. What's that coming from? Oh my god. Scratch this for now. But if I flip, okay, we'll come back to this. We'll take that out for now. We're going to go with 4, and we'll worry about the complexity in a minute. In fact, let's keep the UV start there because we might need it. Let's just make this 0. One, 2, 3, 4. So that's the ones that we need, isn't it? 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, okay. So 4, 5, 0, 1, 2. It's giving me this yellow line because UV starts always 0. I could just replace it with 0. So then this one wants to be... We can rewrite this so it's much easier to read, which is what I'm caring about now. So this wants to be 0 plus 1 times 3. Yes, divided by 4. This one is simple. This one just wants to be 1. This one is simple and just wants to be 2. This one is simple and just wants to be 3. This one is complex and it wants to be let's just delete this. This wants to be U3 times 3F plus U4 divided by 4. Okay. Now the last one wants to be, this one's the most complex, but this one wants to be U4 times 3F plus U1 U0 times 4S plus U1 plus U3 plus U4 times 3F, and that wants to be all divided by 8. And then in theory, it should work. Let's go find out. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I want to place it in red first. I think it's got more chance of working. Oh dear. I don't want to see the error first. Oh, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Yeah. And then we'll just place it over here and not look. Okay. Oh, it works. I mean, of course it works. I mean, why wouldn't it have worked? I didn't expect that. I thought this texture was going to be upside, like inverted. But that works perfectly. Awesome. So that should look the same as that. Oh no. Right. That. There we go. Yeah, that looks spot on. Perfect. Right. So just one texture left to go. And we can simplify that code, which is a double win. Let's click play. Oh, and whoever suggested the thing with burst, by the way. Oh, was it golden? Yeah, that's working perfectly now. Thank you. I've never seen that bug before. Hopefully never see it again, but that was a pain. It makes you think you're doubting yourself to what's happening as well. Yeah, Golden Freddy, I think it was. But I don't need this %6. We don't need any of this. Nice. Dun, dun, dun. Right, easy. It almost seems a waste. Oh, do I do it? No, because let's keep it like that. I don't think it matters. It doesn't matter. Oh, we still need to do this thing as well. Okay, let's just add this bit back in. Because we know this works. So what's this doing? I'm adding physics back in, because physics was missing. Top triangles is 4, I think, yeah. And this is just because of the way the game works currently, and it's all done off a physics mesh. That might change. Well, we'll see. There's big changes to happen here still. Turn this one off. Here. I kept them off before because if there was errors, it causes big errors because if you get degenerate triangles and stuff like that. but that should work now. And then let's do the last texture. Let's see. Okay, last texture, last one. And then we can get to the yeah, then that's the easy part done, because we all know what's coming next for stairs, or I bet you can guess. Step, that one. Yes. Get rid of that. We don't need it. Let's do a bit of copy pasta, because that was actually really helpful. Where was it? Here. Cap. Oh. No. Stair. Wrong one. Insert to top. Here. Let's copy these. And go back to where we want to be, which was here. Okay, but let's go back to Paint. Paint's been quite useful. We're now want to do the other ones, so delete some stuff. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the points we need, and we'll wind it that way again, because that's the way it's drawn, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now the top one. Is this identical? No, it's inverted ever so slightly. That's fine. So we want divided by 4, and we want u0 times 3 plus u1. And then this one wants to be u1. Wait, new float 3. Yeah. This one wants to be u1. This one wants to be u2. This one wants to be u3. And then this one wants to be one, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, u3. Let's see, u4 times 3f all divided by 4f. I've got an extra bracket, have I? There we go. And then the last one, the hardest one, wants to be the bracket. And this one wants to be, wait, where's the, what are you not happy about? This one? Okay, this one wants to be 0, 1. So u0 plus u1 times 3f plus 0, 1, 2, 3 u3 times 3f plus u4 all divided by 8. And that bracket was right. Why did you get cross at me? And that should work. First time, every time. Nice. That looks perfect. Is it rotating correctly? I mean, it should. Oh, I'm happy with that. Oh, do you know what I never checked? Okay. Why can't I place on the top of the block? We got a bug. Uh-oh. 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 As soon as I place this, we've bugged the chunk. That means the collision. Something's wrong. Okay. Right, I'll fix that in a second. Oh, look. What's happening there? Like, no collision. Okay, something weird's happening. I'll deal with that. Let's place it upside down first and see what it looks like. I think that's the same. Oh no, is that? I think that's right. Yeah, that's the same. Perfect. Okay, so that's working as intended. Oh, these ones, the wool. And you haven't seen them in game. Yeah, they were just for testing. It was just so I could make a world like this. And this is one of the textures that I made really early on. And the whole point of the design of the texture was just for seeing if my UV maps were correct. Okay, so that works. Let's fix the collision, and then I think we're pretty much done with stage 1. I still feel like burst isn't running properly. Shouldn't get those lag spikes. Silly Unity. So why is this being funny? Added 4 triangles. They're correct. Stair top. Or are these the ones that are messing everything up? These could be the ones. Stair mid-edge triangles. No, because it's the same. Yeah, that's adding 4 on. Why am I adding on 2 different pointer buffers here? Oh, that's why. Yep. So that's correct. Edge to right angles. Stair edge triangles. Huh. That's 4. Let's just check that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's happy. Just because I don't trust it, I'm going to turn burst off and then see if it works. Oh, we're really lagging now. What? Whoa. Huh? Indices are wrong. No, it's going through it. Is there a pentacle block in the world? Yes, there's 12 of them. And yes, stairs don't work there yet. You have to redo all this for the pentagons. So annoying. But I'll do it I'll do it obviously before release, but I'm not doing it yet. It's not a priority. Because there's only 12 of them. Why is there no physics collider? Explain to me. So it's getting the right thing. Phys triangle of vertex index. It makes no sense. Why is it not good? So what should be happening is I had this turned off before just so it wasn't messing with this. And I've turned it on again now, and this should be adding in. It's like that's not running, but that is running. Hex stair, mid triangles, vertex index, physics triangle. So that's correct. Oh, I think I know. Hex stair, phys triangles, buffer. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Ah! You see it? There it is. There's the little sneaky bugger. All right. The silly mistakes like that, they're always the hardest to find. Okay, we're in the world. First is working, otherwise this would be lagging like it, nothing else. There we go. So what? See, there's still no physics on the top. But there is here. I've done the same mistake on the top. Or is it just commented out? Hold on. Invert snares things. No. Same mistake. is triangle bobber. Yeah. And then we should be happy. We were rendering the top twice. I'm surprised it wasn't Z fighting with us. Because technically those triangles and tops will get... Oh, I suppose it won't Z fight because it's the same texture exactly underneath. So the Z fighting would have been giving you the same texture. Or it didn't flicker slightly or something though. Alright. I'm pretty confident this works now. Yay. Yeah. There we go. Oh, I haven't tested this. So if I right click here, it should come this way. Yeah, that works. And then this one should go this way. That works. Awesome. Okay. We have completed phase 1. It is officially done. We have the new stairs. Now let's see what they look like. All these little... we still need to update that. So the game takes a screenshot of every block when you rebuild. So it generates the icons automatically. Because like having to do this manually would be a nightmare. So it's on purpose that it's like this. But it's giving the old shape. Ooh. Okay. So what do they look like now? Am I happier with this? That front face is a bit weird. Is it just me? Or is it just the way the sun is? Oh, I think it's just the way the sun was. It's like just casting a shadow on it. Okay, I won't worry about that too much. Getting sidetracked. Oh, someone sent me a suggestion on Discord. Yeah, I'll have a look at that later. That sounds good. If you've got questions, sorry, I'm only half doing questions today because I'm concentrating on what I'm doing. But we will do a proper Q&A stream soon. I just want to get out the... Oh, that looks so much better. I think we need a side-by-side, but I don't know. To me, I think we need to stick with the jagginess. It's weird to have like both together. I don't mind some smooth stuff if we had them as like your half vertical slabs. We might introduce that. But where it's meant to be stairs, it should look stairs. I think that looks great now. Oh, it's first to getting on. You mean like this? The character at the minute doesn't run on them. Yeah, the character controller needs a complete overhaul. So I think it's people commenting in the videos that the character controller looks rubbish, and the answer is yes, it is. It is rubbish, and the reason for that is I just needed it to be good enough. It didn't need to be. It didn't need to be great because that can come later. It just needed to be good enough that I could explore the worlds. It didn't have to be good enough for players to play with. And yeah, it needs a complete overhaul. And it's an awkward character controller to make because it has to do stuff like, you know, up's always changing depending where you are on the planet and all that good stuff. So the step up function, because you know normally you'd have like an auto step up function that would be in these type of games. That can't understand which way is up at the minute. I need to design it. Do it. It'll be good. Okay. Right, so that's stage 1. I'm happy with them. But what I'm not happy with is you place one here, one here, one here, and then you place one here. Uh-oh. That's not looking right anymore. Likewise, if you carried that on, that's fine, fine. Not fine. And then the other way, if we were to do them like this, and place one that way, that's even worse. So, we need to fill in the shape. And I've just noticed something. I think if I go a straight line there, it then works. Yeah? Straight line. And was it the same here? If you go... Well, I'd be skinny. What shape do we want them to be? If you got to decide what shape is the smart stair now. I think that goes straight. Yeah, I don't think we add an extra. So that one's easy. That is, we straighten off this edge to here, and then it comes like that there. And it only wants to do it with other stairs. But it never culls, so it only wants to look at stairs. Hmm. Let's take a screenshot of this, and then let's stick it in some photo software, and then see what we want. Do we do a straight edge there? Or does it come that weirder? I feel like a straight edge there is weird too, though. I think it wants to come to there. I think if we go straight, that's weird, is it? Let's put some blocks around. Oh, these blocks are about to be updated, by the way. I wasn't too happy with the artwork for these blocks, so the Sean, the artist, is actually working at the minute, revamping all the block textures and cobble texture. Like, I'm really unhappy with cobble. Or I don't know if we're going to call it cobble or we're going to call it something else, but we'll see. It's the same idea, the broken stone. I think we're calling it rubble. Oh yeah, yeah. There we go. Right, let's get this into Photoshop. I need to take a screenshot. And the best way to do that will be Windows, please, Shift S. And it moved me because I wasn't paused, but that's good enough. Right, and then let's open Photoshop. Oh, hold on. We will look at this now. Open in browser. Let's put this on screen. So somebody sent me this on Discord. So what about this? Let's have a look. Oh, so going to the center. Maybe. I mean, I'd obviously have to get rid of... I mean, yeah, I know you've just done it for the purposes of showing me. But we'd do the triangles like that. Yeah, that'd still work. We can quickly update the code to look at that. We might give that a shot. I don't know. Will it be weird, though? Because you'll have... Like, if you stack these up the way, you're going to get, like, a different line. You'll see, like, 1 line, 2 line. Whereas the ones that we have currently, if I bump back to the game... you hear it's the same the whole way up. Whereas if you make it different, you're gonna get like different lines as you go up. And I kind of want to keep the same look. Like I think that makes a better roof because it's the same. And when we were building before with stairs, they looked weird because you had these like different, the straight edge, then in out edge. Okay, right. Take that to Photoshop. I'm too busy thinking. Open recent. No, new. Let's go. Paste that in. So, we've upgraded from paint. Good. Let's have a look. Where have I gone? Where have I gone? I think if we do that, because one option is to go straight across like that. I think that's getting about the straight edge. If we went to the center of the block, that's like that. Ugh, that is weird. I think we want to take that like we have with everything else, and go to about there. And then I think that's good. Then that looks like a proper corner. Let's do that. Oh, so we've got to add this on top now. Oh, this is getting complex. This is why, yeah, first part was the easy part, which I'm happy with. I think I'm going to stick with those stairs for now. But part 2, that's where the trouble comes. Because how do I deal with this? Hmm. Hmm. So we've got the render mask, which is just a byte. Do we need to up the render mask to give more information about what stairs are next to each other? And we need some sort of tag to show it's a stair. Hmm. Okay, let's just butcher the render mask for now. It means the whole of the thing will... I think we need to separate the render mask, and it needs to have a... I could have another mask. Connection mask. Let's try. Mess voxel pass. So this one here. So this is where the voxels get drawn from. And we already have this mask which is calculated. You'll see it happens. Oh. Yeah, so it's because it's got 3. It's got the cutout, transparent, and opaque. The path, and this is where we calculate it. Reference render mask. Connections mask. Because I still want to be able to occlude stuff like stairs so we don't draw them when not needed. We just butcher the render. Let's butcher the render mask for now for stairs, like a special case. Ooh. Oh. I don't use this. Right. Sorry, I'm going silent because I'm busy thinking in my head. This one's not used at the minute. I'm going to repurpose this. And this is going to be type. Yes. Okay, now that one wants to return. So only... See, this isn't quite right for what we want to do. Let's undo that. No. Yeah. Undo that. Okay. Ah, whatever. Keep that as that. Right, let's just hijack this, then we can, yeah. So let's, if occludey dot geometry equals stair, stair. Else we're going to just treat it normally. I might separate these two. That's why I'm writing it this way. All right, so if it's a stair, and then... Oh. Let's do if not vertical. So if it's just vertical, we'll just treat it normally. Else we want to occlude if zero is not the same as... Oh, it's inverted from what I want. Oh no, that's fine. We'll write it this way. So then, if it's on the side and it's a stair, we're going to say 1 if it's a stair, and so it's then if... So then we're going to say occluder dot geometry equals stair. So if it's next to another stair, then we're going to say 1, and if not, we're going to say 0. Oh, sorry. Return. I need to bracket that because otherwise it's going to be funny about it. Why? Oh, I need to put byte in because I'm doing bytes. Okay. Ugh. Byte. Right, now you're happy. I didn't need the brackets. You were just trolling me. Right, so that should work. So now we have the different types. So now, let's see if we want to do them. So what was doing, the top is 7 and the bottom is 6, but you can't see those. So what I'm saying here, we want to test so let's call this side 0, that's side 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we have a situation where there's a stair at 1 and 5 or 0 and 2 or... Oh, but it depends on which way you're facing. See, stairs are so much more complex than fences because it now matters which way around you placed your stair. Because if you place that stair backwards, then we won't expect them to connect. So it has to be relative to the rotation of the stair. And that makes it just that little bit harder. So we can say it'll only connect if it's 1 and 5 or if it's 4 and 0. So 4 and 0 or 1 and 5 would give you this shape is what we're saying. Ugh, this is awful. Get my head around. 1 and 5 or 4 and 0 with this drawing. That'll be flagged in the thing. Oh, the atmosphere is gone. And then the other option is here. So if we just screenshot that. Oh, hold on. Let me... Oh, let's... whatever. And then we're going to say, so if we did the zeros at the back, so that was 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we're saying if it's 1 and 3 or if it's 4 and 2. So that's our cases that we care about. Right, let's first detect the case. And then once we've detected the cases, we'll then change the geometry. So let's do that. Okay, so back to our hex stair. So this is the render mask. Oh, and these are all using. This is why I don't like hijacking the render mask. It's already doing a great job at something else. So we can use this again easily. If true, we're just going to turn these all on because we've kind of butchered how this works. But we will come back to that. True. Insert edge into buffer. Oh, here. If render mask. Oh. Oh, we're saying if it's 0. Wow, we're doing this wrong way. If false. And we always want that to happen. Did I do that the right way? Yeah, so that's true. So that always happens. And then we want to do false. Okay, so that's always going to run now. So we're running the top and the bottom. They don't care. Oh, they do care. Oh, but they care differently. Oh, this is right. So let's go back to Photoshop. So which edges are we messing up when we do this? So we're messing that edge and that edge. Oh, this gets harder by the second. Someone's saying, spaghetti code. Kinda. It is laid out, but this top part is a bit of spaghetti because of the way it works. We are going through the edges. That's what's happening here. Is we're just counting our way through the different cases. That's why this gets so hard, because the different shapes that a stair can be is quite complex. And then we have to deal with all these extra cases because we're on a sphere, which just adds the extra, the extra little bit of difficulty. So that there. We'll keep these off. They're always going to render now. They'll never be cold. That's fine. That's what we want. So how do we detect what type we are? Oh, I know how we do this. Insert hex stair. We test here. And then we find out which type we have. And then this runs. Yes. Oh, let's cry for a minute and then we'll carry. Yeah, I got it. I got this. Easy. Rotation. The rotation's important. How does rotation affect us? Oh, big truck going past outside. I don't know if the mic's picking that up. Let's go. So, man, it's noisy. Okay. We've just got half an hour left on the stream as well, because I actually have to go. I've got a meeting that I have to go to at 12. But let's see if we can get, at the very minimum, it detecting the cases where it needs to make a different block. And then we're going to split that into 3 different drawings. So we'll have this code again for the different types. We'll be able to share a bit of code, so it won't be too terrible. But we'll do one for the corner stair, one I don't know what you call them, like the tight acute corners, obtuse corners, and a normal stair. That's the 3 types we'll have, and we're not going to deal with cases like, say you had a block here and a block here. We're not going to do a case where that would make you a nice stair. That'll just refuse to connect them. I think that's the best way to do it. And likewise, if you had a stair here and a stair here, it just wouldn't connect them. I think that's better. Yeah, we're going with that to start with. We could always add that feature in later, but I can't imagine how that works. So let's do the top first. And now we need to detect. So how does the rotation work? So the rotation in here. Oh, yeah. So we need to get we need the simple rotation. Let's make this. This is the raw. This wants to be raw as well. The difference between raw and simple is the rotation also contains the flipping state, and I don't care about the flipping state if we're just talking about how it's positioned, I think. He says. So then how does the rotation work? Origin. So we say the origin. Now what is the origin? What did I choose to be the top of the stair? So I choose the top to 0. So I'm saying 0 is half. So you see that's half? So that means yes. Okay, so let's come back to our hexagon. I chose that as 0. Wait, let's go back to here. So I wrote on 0 there before. That's incorrect. That is 0. That is 1. That is 2. That is 3. That is 4. And that is 5. So we care about cases 1, 5, and 2, 0 first. Let's look at those cases first. So 1, 5, and 2, 0. So origin. We'll need this as well, I think. And then we need to work out. So that's the origin. And that'll tell us. So then we need to look to see if those bits are flipped. So check the bits. So if I said 1 and 5 or 0 and 2. So let's check 0 and 2 first. So if render mask. How do we check it? Render mask. Oh yeah. And origin. So render mask. No. I'm doing this wrong. Just want to. I need to check if it's the same. So we need to... Oh, we just want the rotation render mask. Because I need to... Right, so... let's call this byte connection mask. That is going to be the render mask and 1 to the 6 minus 1. No, whatever, I can be in. Right. So that's giving us just we're with that. All I'm doing here is I'm stripping the top and the bottom off the render mask, which we were using, because we're double dipping on this. It's just a fix. We'll get rid of this in the future. But so if the connection mask, is equal to, and we want one origin plus 0. Yeah. And then plus. So I said 0, 2. Origin plus 2. And we need to modulus this in case we've gone all the way around. Ugh. Right. So, we can get rid of 2 brackets apparently. I've gone overboard. Or we said 5 and 1, didn't we? I don't think we want to connect if it's there, regardless of if there's other stairs around. Okay, 5 and 1. Sorry, I'm just thinking to myself. So we want to do a test instead, which is going to be the this test. Oh, but we need to do... Okay. And I think it's going to be the easiest way to write this. It's one of those complex end statements, and I can't really work around that. To put brackets around this. I think. Why is it not happy? Why are you not happy? Type int and bool. What? Oh, put the bracket in the wrong place. That's what I did wrong. Bracket gone. Bracket on. There we go. Then we'll just copy this because that makes it easier. Hope I haven't lost you, but this bit's just annoying. And then we should see it work. Do that. And that. Something's wrong with the brackets. Get rid of that one. Okay, and then I said it was 1 and 5, I think. Is that right? 1, 5, yes. I don't think I need to put... Is my let's just put a bracket around this just in case. And then I'll see if Ryder's clever, it'll tell me if I need it or not. Oh, apparently I do. That's good. Let's put that bracket on. Just to make this slightly harder to read. Ugh, I should probably break these out into their own little things and then put them together. Deal with that later. Okay, so else we're going to do a stair. So just to show that this is working, we'll do insert slab. Oh, slab. Wait, what? Oh, slab voxel. And then it goes. Oh. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do slab voxel. And then voxel index. Location. Voxel Stair. Render mask. Oh, that render mask will be wrong, but whatever. Rotation. Color. There we go. So, if we detect the right situation, we should get a slab. Let's see if that works. As usual, we'll deal with that later. Doesn't leave a comment to remind himself. Yeah, I feel like you need the. There's a meme for that one. I feel. What it's called. Oh, errors. The full. All right. It's not happy. Don't tell me it's one of those ones. Yeah, just put a line of white space in and then it works. Classic computers. Flat world district. Let's go. Keeping out the time. Right. Hopefully this replaces them. We'll see. Let's go with one of these. So they should place like normal. But if I place one here, this block should turn into a slab. Yeah. Nope. There? Nope. There? No. Oh. Hey. Works. Oh dear. Let it. Oh. 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 Interesting. It's not what I expected. So why is that case working? So I've successfully detected the wrong case. Oh, the character control. It's just something I threw together. Just good enough to run around a world, but it's not good enough to be permanent. All it's doing is aligning the character controller with the Earth. Well, it's not even a character controller. It's aligning a capsule with the Earth, and then when the capsule wants to move, it's doing. There's basically a collision method that it can move with, and I've forgotten what it's called. But you can basically push a capsule around and see if it collides with something, and then if it collides, then you don't move it. It works really well because you can never go through something, no matter how fast you're going. Like even if I put movement speed up to something crazy, you'll never clip through. So if I put move speed 1, let's put it something stupid, 5,000. So now you can see, I mean, I was flying at that pretty fast and we didn't go through the floor. So it's really good for that kind of stuff. But I need to make it better. Oops, I just lost the planet. Back to 7. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called that it's using. It's some sort of capsule cast, I think we're doing. It's got a specific name in Unity, and I can't remember what it's called. But it basically does it does a check to see if you've gone through something. Because there are different types, because from memory, is capsule cast the one where you can still clip through stuff? I can't remember. I'd have to look into it. Okay, let's find out what was happening with our thing. So apparently... Oh, it's not even consistent. Oh, that worked. Look. Oh. No, that didn't work. Oh, was it that and that? Oh. So that and that. And if I rotate this? This is weird. Okay. So the code that I've just written is... shit. Ugh. Did I? Right, I'm looking like someone said I did a 5 somewhere. 6, 6, 6. Oh, thank you, whoever. Alma Murray, thank you. Yep. That'll do it. That's why it's so weird. In fact, what I'm gonna do. So we've got a 6 plus 2. Let's split these into 2. Okay. Hold on. Let's do, just for testing, so it'll make it easier to see. Split them into 2 separate things. And then this one will add in instead of a slab voxel, we'll add in what did I call it? Mesh voxel? What did I call it? Let's find out. I called it a standard voxel mesh. Just put a standard voxel mesh in. Okay, and we'll do that for the other type. We've got 6s. Yes. We've got our connection mask. That's probably correct. Yeah, that's correct. Although with this method, I don't actually need to make it like that. Oh, whatever. Right, take 2. Take 2. You forgot to change that +2 to +5. Hold on. I forgot to change that +2 to +5. 1, 2. Oh! Double catch. Perfect. Okay. Hopefully this is more consistently wrong now. That's what I'm looking for. Because before it was inconsistently wrong, which is worrying. It means you've got an error like the one that was pointed out. Yeah, we're looking for consistently wrong now. And then we can work out if we're detecting the right cases. So, that doesn't work. Doesn't work. Okay, we need to place this one. Okay, that one. Right, so nope. Okay, so it's that. So that's making a full block. Oh, that's correct. So that's correct. So that we're calling that case. That was 1,5, which if we go back to our diagram, 1,5, that's that one. Now, if I come and look at it again in game, 1,5, that looks like 2,0. But we're mirrored. So that is one, because we're in a mirror. So hold on, let's test that theory. Let's go over here, because blue is mirrored. Red is normal. If you missed why that was a thing. So in theory, it should work like that. There we go. So it was mirrored. But the other one doesn't work. So that one there and that one. Oh, that works. Okay, we're detecting both cases. Nice. Right, what about here? We're detecting the other case here. So it was, should be that. Interesting. But here we were. Does it work at different rotations? Okay, let's rotate it this way. Okay, let's set up the 6 rotations. So let's do this methodically. One there, one there, one there, one there. Ugh. One there, one there. Okay. So we want. Oh, what happened there? Look. And I've got a bug with how it's placing with rotations, because that should be facing me. Clearly not. Clearly not. Okay. This is already a block placing. Does it do it with this one? Okay, so the edge is always facing me. We're just finding bugs. Okay, ignore that for now, Ken. Right, let's go around. So then that's that one. That's that one. This is where we need a debug stick so we can rotate them. I should add that. Someone did suggest it. That's our rotations, isn't it? Yes. So this one works. Big. So this one should also be big. Yeah. One should also be big. Okay. This one should be big. Yep. This one should be big. Yep. And if this one isn't big, I'll be very surprised. Perfect. And then this should be small. Yep. Small. Small. Oh, wait. I did it wrong. Oh, yeah. It should be on that face. There we go. Oh, well, that's the other thing. It needs to know. Because the stair should only connect if this stair is also in the correct orientation. Oh, problem for later. some. There we go. So they're all working in the right-handed zone, but they're not working in the left-handed zone. I suspect some rotations will. Let's try. I suspect we need to invert the rotation. Let's do that here. So I think that's all the different directions. Okay, so big. Oh, big. Okay, so they all seem to work on the big. I'm not going to bother testing the two. I'm just going to presume they work. But the small, no. So is it that it's like here? So that'd be there? No? Here? Big? Ah, so why is the small one never happening? What's it about being left-handed? That's what I was saying. You need to check neighbors. Oh yeah, somebody's already on it. They're ahead of me. They're already like, oh, you need to check which way the neighbors are. Yeah, we'll do that in a second. Well, next time, I think. But that's not happy, is it? Why isn't that working? Huh. Let's look at the code, see if we can spot it. Okay, so why in left-handed would this be unhappy? So in left-handed, it is doing 11 minus rotation. Wait, am I being an idiot? Or should that need a bracket? Oh my god, how long has this been in the game? Okay. That must have been causing bugs for years. I suppose it doesn't matter if I'm doing a %6 here, but it's because, I can explain. So, because this didn't have the bracket round, this number could be larger than 6, which is fine apart from when I used it here with the 0 case. Because with the 0 case, I didn't do the extra modulus. But yeah, there we go. Right, hopefully, fingers crossed, we have it working exactly as exactly as intended, not correctly. There's a different thing there, I feel. So in theory, that should work. Yes, and now this one should work too. There we go. We've done it. Now, the next step we need to work out is the thing we're placing next to it in the correct orientation. And then we have this extra bug that I've just discovered, which is that is no longer facing us, which is why is that one facing us? It's like I looked at it and it, funny. Is it like is it a data setup problem? Hold on, let's just check. Voxel manager. We are on the UV grid stair. Properties. Ah, It's a setting here. So it's not a problem with the game, thankfully. So if I go back and I rebuild data, we'll test this. I'll make sure my sanity is sane. It should, in theory, work now. Wasn't a code problem, it was a setup problem. I don't mind those ones. So, in theory, the stair should always face me now when I place it. Let's move down just to make sure. So that should face me. That should face me. That should face me. That should face me. Yeah, we fixed it. Okay, it was just a setup problem. So what we want to do is, if that case happens, we make the correct one. But if we place it like this, like this, it doesn't happen because the stairs couldn't connect. So we need to check the rotation of the neighbors too. That's a bugger. Okay. That is a wrinkle. Oh, insanity is my life. Yeah, it does feel like it sometimes. Right, well, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. It's been a good stream this morning. Anyway, just one technical difficulty at the start. But hey, that's fine. Hope you've enjoyed the development. I'm going to try do this on a semi-regular basis. I'll try get another one in next week. I will be doing development off camera too, so don't expect us to be at the exact same point. And yeah, and then I am moving house the week after, so I'll probably go dark for a couple weeks while I get sorted. Cool. Cheers. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.